Howdy hi. It's a lot harder to plan your food for a month-long section hike on the Appalachian Trail than you would think. You probably recognize this layout of food. People do this all the time, showing what food they're going to take. Each column is a day, and even though I'm going for a week, I'm going for a month, I'm going to plan my meals by 4 weeks. The last week I'm meeting up with some friends, so they're actually going to resupply me with what's on the table here. They're going to drive out. I'm retired. I'm starting 3 weeks earlier. The people that have to work can't take a whole month off. So they're going to bring this to me. It'll be my last week of food. For breakfast, I learned about blow bond when I was through hiking the King's Trail last summer. And this is a rice pudding with lingonberries. Lingonberries are very much like cranberries, a little tart. For breakfast, I've added Pop-Tarts for the first time ever to my menu. I feel I need a little bit more sugar than I was getting last summer. Some regular bars. I make my own oatmeal. 2 packets of oatmeal, instant oatmeal. I throw in some random nuts, walnuts, and pecans I like, and I also put in a big glob of brown sugar. About 500 calories in this bag. Usually I like to get up and get going and not boil water, and so the oatmeal I won't have every day. This is some instant pudding with 2/3 cup of dry milk. Pour water in, it starts to set up right away. Very yummy. Quite often I'll take some of my trail mix and put it in there to add some crunch. These 2 days I'm not just going to eat a big stick of pepperoni. Just before I get the resupply, I'm going to stop and buy some wraps and some cheese, that kind of thing. And so for a couple days this week I'll have wraps with the pepperoni. I took a medicine bottle, crammed it full of mayonnaise packets so they won't get squished in my food bag, and I'll know where they are. There is some weight to that medicine bottle, but compared to spreading mayonnaise everywhere, I think it's a good trade-off. On this day, I've decided to have bars for lunch. These 3 days, mayonnaise, cheese, and some of these tuna or sometimes chicken creations. Again, the wraps and the cheese I won't buy until I'm much closer in. For dinners, quite often I'll just use a commercial freeze-dried meal. Not always. I do have some of my own recipes. This little bag contains dehydrated jalapenos. I get cans of diced jalapenos and throw them on the dehydrator 4 hours later or so. They're totally dry. Add just a pinch of these to any meal, and it adds some nice flavor. You've probably heard of Backpacker's Pantry. Everybody has opinions on which menus they like most. Trailtopia, I don't hear people talking about this much, but I do like their chili mac with beef. Real Termot, I believe it's either a Finnish or a Norwegian company. Great food, and you can see it's packed down so it takes up the least amount of space possible. April Air Meals, you've probably heard of those, and of course, Mountain House. Everybody knows about Mountain House. Summit to Eat's also a foreign company, foreign at least to us that live in the States. Blow Bond. I saw that everywhere. I loved it. I also have a breakfast in this week with the lingens and the rice pudding. I ran into a group of guys from Poland, I think. They were all eating blow bond, and I asked them the best we could, them speaking Polish and me with my English, which recipes or which flavors of the blow bond are the best. And they talked back and forth, they even argued a little bit. And finally, the guy who could speak the best English told me, they're all the best. So I did stop at the Nature Company store in Stockholm on my way home from the King's Trail, and I picked up one of each, and so far I've not been disappointed. For snacks, I want to have a fruit every day. I already showed you in a previous video how I make my banana and apple fruit leather. I've got a bar. I showed you how to make the cranberry fruit leather. I've not yet showed you how to make pineapple rings. That's in a future video. The coconut treats, they are a big hit. Another bar. Then there's this day again, I'm gonna do bars for breakfast, lunch, and my snack. Trail mix in my bar. So my fruit leather again, and another bar. Homemade trail mix, and my coconut treats again. So that's my food for a week. Over here, this is what I'm pulling from. Prepared stacks of different bars, so I get a mixture. I got real tired of eating the same stuff day after day, so I've got a mixture here. One thing I want to show you in a future video, this doesn't look like much. It's a chicken barbecue pasta. It's made with dehydrated shredded chicken from a can, angel hair pasta, and then mixing some barbecue sauce and pasta sauce and just making like a pasta dish, and then spreading out on the dehydrator, a couple spoons for each tray. Yeah, tastes great, smells great. So I'm looking forward to eating that. Last summer I also started taking the Noon tablets. And I'm not sure if they help or not, but they can't hurt. So that's my menu for a week. And if there's a big change on the other weeks, I'll throw a video in about those too. Let me know if you have any questions, any suggestions, anything you like or don't like. I'm always looking for new things to try. I just put my food bag on the scale. 9.5 pounds of food for 7 days. I think I'm okay. I aim for 2,500 calories a day rather than the 3,500 I aimed for last year on the King's Trail. I just had too much food. I do have several chances to resupply on the Maryland and Pennsylvania section of the Appalachian Trail. So I'm not too worried if I do fall a little short on calories.